Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. I opened TikTok for the first time in a very long time because I wanted to look at some videos I had been tagged in. As usual, when opening TikTok, I was horrified by some of the beauty content. So today I thought we'd take a look at some of the worst of what beauty TikTok has to offer. I am recording this on 2 different days, so my hair might change. This is probably one of the ones that I've been tagged in the most because of another TikTok where we see this woman using flaxseed as natural Botox. I'm not here to discuss that because we all know it's bullshit. Okay, let's look at this first one. Okay, now that video is in, I guess, kind of like reply to a video where this woman who loves natural beauty talks about how flaxseed is natural Botox. It's not at all, and that's not really what she meant. What she meant is flaxseed can help with your fine lines, your wrinkle, it moisturizes, it gives your skin everything it needs, which isn't really the case. Flaxseed, when ingested, can be very healthy for you, but when you create this gel from it, it's almost like the chia seed pudding kind of like, but on a bigger scale. This gel can be very good at just working as like a hydrating, moisturizing surface level type mask. Think those jelly masks that you get that you have to pour and kind of like brush on, leave for a bit, then wash off. You kind of get that instant gratification of calmed, cooled skin, slightly moisturized, slightly glowy looking, without the real skincare benefits that you might get in an actual wash off mask. And whilst this isn't gonna do you any harm, in the long run, it doesn't really do anything. It's kind of a waste of time, a kind of waste of flaxseed. To be honest, this looked like a really fun group activity. Like, I wanted to get involved. Just get yourself a nice wash off mask. If you are into natural beauty, you're probably not watching this channel, but go for it. It's not going to do you any harm. Is it going to help with fine lines and wrinkles in the long run? Do it every day, twice a day, possibly, maybe, but otherwise no. Okay, we've been talking a lot about these tweens and teens with skincare routines, and it's kind of like not really worrying. Well, it kind of is, the products that they're using. I was tagged so much in this one. This one says 16-year-old skincare routine. Let's go.
I'm going to show you all my skincare routine. This is all of my skincare. I start off with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Mist. Then I use my Tower 28 spray. You have to let this dry before you apply any other products. Next, I use caffeine solution from The Ordinary. It's really crusty. I'm running out of this. Next,
I'm guessing really crusty might mean it's off, like it's gone bad?
I use my niacinamide from The Ordinary. And my hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. I know you're not meant to touch the applicator to your skin. I don't really care, it's just more convenient. Next, I use my Drunk Elephant Water Facial. I'm running out of this, so I need to buy some more. This is only meant to be used at night. Now I use my Glow Recipe Avocado Serum.
Hang on. I need a notepad. Let me just make notes about what she's used.
I use my Glow Recipe Avocado Serum. It's super hydrating. Next, I use my Drunk Elephant Hydra Intensive Serum. Now I use my Glow Recipe Dewdrops. Next, I use my Glow Recipe Salicylic Acid. I don't use this daily, I use it like once a week. Next, I use my Vitamin C Serum from Drunk Elephant. Now I'm going to use my Glycolic Acid Night Serum. It makes my skin sticky. Next, I use this Shabo Complex Eye Serum. I think I put too much. Some people say to put it over here, so I'm going to do that. Or was it here? I forgot where they said to put it, but I'm just going to put it everywhere. Next, I use my C-Tango eye cream. I'm only going to put a little bit this time. That
Wait, what?
was still too much. I need to be gentle because I don't want to get wrinkles.
I don't know if this is real or not. I don't know if this is real.
I got that in my eye. Lastly, I use my Lala Retro Moisturizer. It's still in my eye. This is super hydrating, so I use it at nighttime. Okay, that's everything I use. Bye.
Whoa, okay, holding a pen because I feel official. Part of me thinks that this is taking the piss because this can't be real. Okay, I had to make notes because it was so confusing. All in all, she used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 serums. 8 serums in one routine, 3 eye creams. That can't be real. And I'm pretty sure that Drunk Elephant water facial mask is a moisturizer. So really she used 2 moisturizers with a lot of contradictions in here. Oh, so I'm guessing she cleansed off camera. The Tower 28 spray, I'm sure, is the hypochlorous acid spray. Niacinamide and vitamin C, despite what people think is absolutely fine together. But she has used vitamin C, an AHA night serum, a BHA serum, though it be gentle, niacinamide, hang on, I'm getting confused now. Niacinamide, BHA, vitamin C, AHA, all in one routine. Yes, they are fairly gentle. The BHA is, no, actually that's salicylic acid in the BHA one. It's still gentle, but you're not meant to use all those things together in one routine. Nothing is happening to her skin because she is young and has perfect skin. This is what I mean by these kids are playing pretend. This means nothing. You think about all these contradictions and things that you're meant to do. She is just emulating what she's seeing online, playing pretend, playing influencer. Like, that is crazy. That's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 products, not including a cleanser, in one routine. Most of them the same thing, different versions of the same thing. I don't think that's real. That cannot be real. That cannot be someone's genuine routine. I know she's young, but I feel like she might be making like clickbaity video. I don't know. I'm hoping that's not real. How much would all that cost? I'll add it up and put it here because that's too much. That is too much. Oh, I'm exhausted. That was like maths. I'm exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. Okay, here's one that I was really briefly sent by my friend who was like, have you seen this? And I was like, no, I haven't fully watched it. They explained what it's about. So I'm gonna see.
Hello, I bought the Hailey Bieber skincare kit, and it turns out they do not, for their peptide lip treatments, they do not explicitly say that there is a tree nut oil in it, and I am allergic to tree nuts. 5 minutes after putting on the lip treatment that I got in the mail today, this happened to my face. Here's some more pics of my face, the other side of my face, and hives growing on my forehead and on my cheek. Every single one of them has this Orbigana something seed oil. Through research, I have found that it is a nut oil, and if you're allergic to tree nuts, you should not use oils derived from tree nuts. There's no nut warning, and that is extremely concerning. So for my tree nut allergy or nut allergy people, do not get the peptide lip treatments. And Rhode, I'm waiting on my email from you back, and I'd like a refund and better labeling.
This is gonna sound so stupid, but do cosmetics show nut? I need to text someone I know whose child has a nut allergy. Hang on. So in the UK, cosmetic manufacturers do not have to list common food allergens. Wait, no, hang on. Okay, so in the UK, food allergen laws don't apply to cosmetics, but all cosmetic products sold in the UK must display a complete ingredients list. Fine, but they don't have to supply an allergy list. I don't know if I find that weird or not. I feel like if you have a nut allergy, of course you're gonna look at food because you consume it, but unless you really, really know skincare and ingredients, why are you going to think your skincare has nut oil in it? You're not going to. Like, to me, that isn't a surprise that that ingredient is in a lip balm. So the ingredient, is Aubergine oleifera seed oil, aka babassu oil, obtained from the nuts of the babassu tree. There's a lot of words I can't pronounce here. Obtained from the nuts of the babassu Aubergine oleifera palmaceae. I don't know what I'm saying. So it essentially contains a load of fatty acids. I'm looking at it now and it's in fair few products, including a lot of Beauty Bay products. I mean, a load of brands I never heard of before, but like a lot of them, Burt's Bees, a lot of the Body Shop, Kylie Skin, Aveda, YSL makeup. Isn't a lot of makeup. Hair shampoos, conditioners, colors, hair dyes even, sorry. It's in a lot of stuff. That is worrying. To a point, is it the consumer's responsibility to research what they're allergic to and then kind of not buy products with that in, but also where does your research start if you don't really know what you're looking for? Honestly, I'm 50-50. A few people on the comments, I'll look on their website, but a few people in the comments said they do mention it on their website, but it's not one of the first things you see. It's actually very difficult to find that warning. So yeah, that's interesting. Let me know what you think, because I'm torn 50-50. Next video.
And Zola has me convinced that velvet nails are gonna be the biggest trend of 2024.
Can we please stop rebranding Asian trends as something else and trying to make it popular here without giving credit? These are not called velvet nails. This is called Mao Yan, also known as cat eye nails, and spun over Chinese social media for several years. Just because you have just caught on to the trend doesn't mean this is a new thing and it's never existed before. And you also don't get to give it another name and pass it on as something else.
This is what I've been saying about so many skincare brands that have launched here in like the UK and America, I would say like the western part of the world. I'm gonna say a name, Wishful. Everyone kept asking me to review it. I'm like, I'm just not bothered by this brand Wishful, because all they're doing is taking products that have been popular in Korea and Japan, especially actually for decades, literal decades, and touting it as something like new and innovative that they've invented without giving credit to where they have taken these new, interesting, crazy, trendy products from. Peeling gels, those chin strap masks, glass skin, we see a new reinvented name for that every single fucking week. This magnetic polish, cat eye nails, it's usually called, has been popular in China, Japan, Korea for the longest time. For those who don't know, I do have a nail channel. I'm a fully licensed gel nail tech, and of course I'm into K-beauty. I'm into all the Korean trends. This cat eye polish has been around for the longest time. In fact, people are kind of moving away from it now. No, I wouldn't say that actually. It's more of just like a staple in the gel manicure kind of world. And this is the kind of thing with TikTok as well, is especially when it comes to skincare, I feel like they're 5 years behind. If you want to know what's up and coming, if you want to know what's trending in 2 years time, look to K-beauty in all aspects. Their entertainment industry, their beauty industry, clothing, fashion, food. Look to Asia basically to know what's coming next. I think another good example is that glazed donut skin that Hailey Bieber was going on about for so long. It's glass skin. It's the Korean trend of glass skin. And it's all over TikTok. It's the most annoying trend of taking something that's already popular, was popular ages ago, then renaming it. We talk about this so much, but it's especially prevalent when it comes to Asian trends. I think Chinese and Korean trends are especially picked upon, kind of reinvented in the West. Okay, if you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you would have seen me already talk about this TikTok, but I want to preface this by saying something. This is a dermatologist who has had a few viral videos talking about the craziness that is 10-year-olds going to Sephora and using products, skincare products in general, and that could potentially ruin their skin. Using actives like retinol, vitamin C, AHAs, PHAs on their skin that doesn't even need it. But something definitely rubbed me the wrong way about this particular video, and I'll explain why.
Apparently, Glow Recipe ruined my face.
This viral toner has some aggressive exfoliating acids that, if used too frequently or on more sensitive skin, will harm your skin barrier, leading to dryness, redness, breakouts, and rashes. This toner should not be used on healthy tween and teen skin, which is already effectively turning over on its own and does not need exfoliation. As we age or start to see breakouts, exfoliating acids can help, but I would certainly start with just once per week and increase slowly as tolerated.
I will say I respect dermatologists immensely. I really appreciate all the free advice that they give out on TikTok, on Instagram, everywhere, from the years and years that they have to study skin. What I will say is an issue that I've discussed before is they're not all made the same. And I'm not saying this lady in particular is a bad dermatologist. I'm not saying that at all. As much as people don't think it, creating content is a skill. Making sure you are saying the correct things, making sure you are reviewing the right product in the right way and doing your research behind that product is essential, especially if you're going to be calling them out like this video does. What I believe this dermatologist has done is looked at the Glow Recipe, here's an empty, Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner, saw BHA, PHA, and just took this toner at face value. Now, whilst her advice is of course perfect advice in general, tweens don't need to be exfoliating, teenagers, yes, maybe. And what she got wrong, because she didn't do her research, was saying that this product contains aggressive exfoliating acids. It does not. The PHA, which I can't pronounce, which is in this toner, is actually known to be great for sensitive skin. PHAs are known to be, to put it very simply, a gentler version of AHA. Does everything AHAs do, but gentler, and that is down to its larger molecule size, so it doesn't penetrate the skin as deep and as quickly as a regular AHA does. Studies have also shown that PHAs work very well on easily sensitized skin, including rosacea, which is why my skin loves this so much. I have rosacea, and chemical exfoliants can really rub my skin the wrong way, so this is a perfect regular toner that I can use without bothering my skin. Now, the BHA is actually betaine salicylate, which is a mix of betaine and salicylic acid. Again, it's said to be a lot more gentler than pure salicylic acid. Like a lot of other K-beauty products, uses betaine salicylate instead of salicylic acid purely because of the restrictions that South Korea puts on salicylic acid. You can't have it, basically. And to oversimplify, betaine salicylate is almost half the strength of salicylic acid. So say this was a 2% BHA. If that BHA is betaine salicylate, technically it's a 1%. To very oversimplify it. People mention the fragrances in here, but there aren't any artificial fragrances. Not that that is any better than it being natural fragrance. But I think when people think of Glow Recipe, they think that this is going to smell like that fake artificial American watermelon. It smells like cucumber and the prickly pear that's in here. The natural fragrances come from the natural ingredients that are put into this product. Again, not that that's any better, it's just, it's not full of fragrance like people say. So as a board certified dermatologist, to go on TikTok and essentially lie about a product, call out a product, badmouth a product, and say it is an aggressive product when you've not even looked at the ingredients is pretty shitty practice, let's be honest. This is why, as I mentioned in another video, I feel like there are some amazing dermatologists online, and then you have yours that just don't do the homework or need more practice of being online. Being online doesn't come to everyone. The process it takes to creating a good video, an accurate video, doesn't come naturally to anyone, even if knowing ingredients is technically part of their job. That being said, I hope she didn't look at the ingredients in here, because if she looked at betaine salicylate and PHA and thought, oh, they're aggressive exfoliants, then that's worrying. Let's finish on this one. So I think there's a trend on TikTok, I'm not gonna look because I don't care, to be honest with you, of people leaving a sheet mask on overnight, peeling off in the morning, revealing lovely kind of like serumed skin, hydrated, whatever. I don't know why I personally wouldn't want to do that, just because I feel like I wouldn't like the feeling of peeling off, and I love finishing on like an occlusive moisturizer. But I think this girl's trying the trend for the first time.
This was my first time trying an overnight face mask. I've seen a few people do it on TikTok. And if I'm honest, it's just a normal face mask. If I left it on for 20 minutes, it'd have done the same job as it did all night. Put this on my face so it'd stay on. Ended up cutting an eyes and a mouth. Just uncomfortable, not a vibe.
Finish that. That looks like hell. Oh, hang on. Okay. I cannot think of anything worse than sleeping with all that on my face overnight. Like my face needs, I love a cold room when I sleep, right? But I love my face being cold. I love my body all wrapped up in a duvet, all nice and warm, but I need that freshness on my face. Even sometimes those like large full face like pimple patches, you know, like the ones from Peace Out or Hero Cosmetics, whatever it's called, even them I can find like a little bit suffocating sometimes. So that looks like absolute hell. I would not be able to fall asleep. Just put on a nice serum, moisturizer, cover your face in a nice occlusive moisturizer, a slugging product, and you're absolutely fine. I feel like this is completely unnecessary, and I feel like you would even get better results not doing this and just doing a normal routine. That's it, I'm done. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.